This week we've got an interview with Holly Bedell and Ed Mullard from B-Side Recording. Hi, both of you. How are you?
Hiya, good, thank you.
Hello, good, thank you.
It's great to see you. So we first met, Holly, when you came and performed for New Music Nights, and you've done that, I don't know, what, 3 or 4 times now, probably, with various guises on your own in band.
Yeah, I think 4. I think it's been a bit. Yeah, I think it's been 4 times. Yeah. 3 or 4. Yeah.
And with Ed on 1 or 2 occasions, was it? As you sort of formed a band?
Yes.
Yeah, twice.
Right.
We hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you've set up this company, B-Side. Just tell us a bit about what it does. It's better if you explain it.
Do you want me to do it, Ed, or do you want to do it?
Oh, you can start, and I'll
you can jump in. Okay. Yeah. So basically, B-Side Recording is for independent musicians to come and record live versions of their songs. So we do like live audio recording, live audio and video. So like if you see a live lounge style video, that's the sort of thing we do. We also do a new package that we're launching, live to vinyl. So we put the live session onto a custom designed piece of vinyl. Yes, I think I've said that right. Ed, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, but basically, to just abbreviating what Holly has stated, we give musicians perhaps opportunities which they wouldn't normally be able to get. So we offer packages which involve live videos as well to go along with their music, and sort of live session recordings as well, and photographs.
Where did the idea come from?
Well, the funny thing is, we have so many thought processes, and every time someone asks us, we always think it's something different. But I'm going to try I'm going to let Ed answer it, and I'm going to see if Ed's right, and then I'm going to say if he's wrong or right. Go on, Ed, you answer it.
The idea came. I like to think that the idea came around when Holly herself was doing her Jukebox Nights album, because we had to, as musicians and producers, we had to do pretty much everything ourselves. And I believe before we were actually on tour, Holly was going and sort of recording her own music and sort of doing that thing on her own. And after the tour had ended, I guess the thought process was, well, I'm a producer and I do all of these things, so it would benefit other people if I'd be able to create a service where I'd be able to help other musicians along their way. And I feel like that was around the first time we recorded this band, this new starting indie band, which was brought to our attention by the Metropolis Studios. And I think after that first time, we decided that we'd take this forward as a proposal to help other musicians, and to continue our work with helping other musicians develop themselves and give them the opportunities which they probably wouldn't ever have.
Holly?
He's spot on. He is spot on. He is spot on. That's the first time he's got that right.
Well, helping other
usually
musicians is the theme, isn't it? I mean, you do both seem to have a real kind of keenness to help other people out and get them going, and I guess to discover talent as well. I mean, is that something that, you know, really appeals to you, the idea of unearthing, you know, a new big star or something? Is that part of it, or is it really just sort of playing your part at this level of their progression, and then what happens after that? It's up to them.
I mean, well, I would like the people that we work with. I mean, for instance, I can pick his name's George Alfie, and he is an amazing singer-songwriter. And just being able to, I think we've done 2 singles for him, and we've recorded some live stuff and live videos for him and stuff. And we're just actually currently working on his like 3-track EP, which is a mixture of live and and studio. So it's a sort of mixed mismatch. I wouldn't have dreamed, like, the amount of streams that he gets is really strange for us to have worked on that, because it's really overwhelming. And yeah, I mean, he reps us as well, so he says that he works with us and he tags us in everything, so that gets us known as well. But it's amazing the amount of streams that something gets when you've just worked on it, and it's really weird. Ed?
Just to add on, I was going to say, well, I was going to mention Ravi, who is a continuing customer of ours. Ravi is a wonderful singer, songwriter, and guitarist, and he it's just amazing to see the development, I guess, of a musician from coming in as someone who just plays guitar and just maybe is a bit shy, and then seeing sort of their development as an artist.
I'm quite interested in, you mentioned being producers, and how much feedback do you give these guys? I mean, how much critique do you give them? Because from my point of view with New Music Nights, I've always made a policy of not offering any sort of personal opinion, right? So I try not to big people up, and I definitely don't say to people, oh, I think you could do with, partly because I don't think it's my place, but also I kind of want it to be a completely kind of a non-judgmental place for people to come and play, right? But obviously at some point in their musical life, someone does have to say to them, you'd be a lot better if you did X, Y, and Z. So is that part of your role? Definitely.
We've had many times where we've had to say, you're banging that drum too loud, please stop. Like, please stop, in a nice way. And you need to pull back from the mic and stuff like that. It's just little tiny things that you need to say, and you have to say, or otherwise if they don't hear it, then they hear something that you finished off the record, or you finish off the session and you give it back to them mixed and mastered, they're going to say, well, that sounds weird. Why does that sound weird? And it's like, oh, well, we didn't have the heart to tell you that you didn't pull back enough. You need to say.
Just going off from what you're saying, Harley, I think one of that's fundamentally what a producer does. You have to, if you're not, I guess it's our job to bring the best out of a musician, and sometimes you have to be honest, and sometimes you have to give them advice. You have to kind of coach them, especially if they haven't been in that type of, I guess, situation.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So what are the plans now for this year? We're all looking forward to coming out of lockdown. Things are going to free up a bit. What's your plan with B-Side?
So we're launching. Yeah, we're launching our package, the Live to Vinyl package, on the 10th of April. So we've already taken bookings for that, and we've got some lined up. So we've got a giveaway on the 10th. So someone can win a Live to Vinyl session completely free, and get that done, which is helpful to an indie musician coming out of lockdown. Gives them something to strive for, and then release. And then we've got the New Music Festival, which we're very excited about, coming along, talking to musicians and stuff. We've just got a lot of stuff booked in, and I'm surprised at how quick it's going. Every single time, every week we're talking to new people and giving out new quotes and stuff like that. So yeah, we're booked up nearly until May. So nearly every weekend for us is booked at the moment. So wow, yeah, which is good.
Yeah, well, congratulations, both of you. I mean, it sounds like you've done a brilliant job in a year, and in a particularly difficult year to launch any sort of business. So really well done. Thanks very much for coming on and talking to us about it. We wish you all the luck.
Thank you for having us.
And yeah, we look forward to seeing you at the festival.
When I see you walking out the door all this.